Woman's efforts to find answers in one of the world's most distressed school systems. Special correspondent Fred Dissam Lazaro reports from Karachi, Pakistan, part of his series, Agents for Change.
11-year-old Aqsa has high ambitions.
First, I want to be a public speaker and then the president of Pakistan to change.
To change things?
How do you harness the energy and the enthusiasm of young children?
If you became president of Pakistan, what would you like to do?
First, I will clean the litter because the biggest problem is litter.
In Liari, one of Karachi's toughest neighborhoods, Aqsa is part of an experiment started 6 years ago called the Kiran School.
This is a jeep, okay. Who uses this jeep?
The children here are encouraged to think big, to use their imagination. But the gritty reality just outside of a city often racked by terrorism and violence looms large.
There are many people who are they are heartless, so they kill people.
What kinds of terrorism do you see in Liari?
They killed one man at night. It was late, 2 o'clock, they came and they killed and went.
11-year-old Hamad also has witnessed killing firsthand. He wants to be a robotic scientist when he grows up.
Robots will do everything and they will stop terrorism, not kill them, but they will stop terrorism and just give to the police.
He said, why can't we have robots in Liari as policemen?
Sabina Khatri is the school founder.
Nobody can kill the robots, so the bad people will be defeated.
A mother of grown children, Khatri lived in Europe for many years before returning to Karachi. She started the Kiran School 6 years ago, based on the Montessori learning model, admitting just 20 students each year. The goal, prepare them to attend top private English language schools alongside children from Karachi's tiny upper class. She's raised scholarships and donations in a foundation for her social enterprise. The children have thrived, Khatri says, even become Harvard material.
This is one of the principals who told me that this kid can make it to Harvard.
Problem is, the vast majority of children in Liari and Pakistan will go nowhere. Just 2% of the government's budget goes to education, and much of that is squandered. Public schools are in decrepit condition. 50% lack electricity, 40% have no toilets. Many are stripped of furniture, and it gets worse.
It's not uncommon in this country for there to be public schools that exist only on paper. The money's been allocated, but no building's been built, no students enrolled. The only thing that's up and running is the payroll for so-called teachers. They are, in fact, mostly beneficiaries of political favors.
Khatri says the government is starting to face facts, and it's invited outsiders to take over failing schools. A few months ago, Khatri adopted this Liari middle school. Her first task was to hire new teachers and tell most of the old ones, tenured so they couldn't be fired, to just stay away.
They come and create troubles in the school.
So you just as soon have them?
Yeah, I just tell them that if you're creating troubles here, it's better that you don't come.
Her next step, rearrange classes to cluster students by ability, not grade level.
Although they do say that they're in the 8th grade or 9th grade, they don't even know how to write their name in Urdu, let alone in English.
The students here have been put in an intense remedial curriculum. The strong emphasis on inquiry and critical thinking instead of the more common rote learning. The school also teaches Islamic values that Khatri says are too often neglected, like tolerance. It's a challenge in a conservative and in many ways isolated society.
Biggest criticism and concern was that maybe we are very modern, that they feel that we teach our children music and dance and we are making them broad-minded.
And she's poised to take a controversial step.
We have actually taken permission for a co-education school, so we want to admit girls now because we already have 250 boys in school.
Regular meetings with parents and the community are also part of the job. When one woman at a recent open house worried the school was teaching liberal values, Khatri asked an 11-year-old from the Kiran School to respond.
She actually said that, Alhamdulillah, we believe in God. The way we have learnt about God is love. But that is not the way other children are taught. It's always taught that God will punish you. God loves you. So they were quiet. It was a wonderful, yes, I think so. Because then after that, the same lady, she said, I want an admission form.
One parent was assuaged, but Khatri says intolerance remains a threat. So community service projects are another way to win the neighborhood over. But in a country racked by instability, there's no guarantee.
Anything can happen to me anytime, especially in the situation I am, and especially the kind of things that have been happening in our country, because social workers have been targeted lately in the past 2-3 years. Anyone who's trying to help out people, they just kill them.
Still, Khatri, who was recently joined by a prominent business leader, plans to persist with what she calls a promising prototype to fix a broken school system. She and many others say it's where intolerance and most of Pakistan's social and economic problems have their root. I'm Fred Dissam Lazaro for the PBS NewsHour in Karachi, Pakistan.
Fred's reporting is a partnership with the Undertold Stories Project at St. Mary's University of Minnesota.